You have chosen the best music. Your top picks from 1994. This in the background is Terra's theme from Final Fantasy VI. 1994 was quite interesting. Games were coming out on the Super Nintendo, the Sega CD, the PlayStation, the Game Boy, the NES. I think even things like the 3DO were out at the time. We almost saw a second gaming industry crash when everybody started putting out consoles. Panasonic had the 3DO, Philips had a CDI. They were expensive, they were bad, there was full motion video, but you still had games like this, keeping it alive. An argument that could be one of the top Final Fantasy tracks of all time for the emotion that it conveys. Alright, let's start picking some songs, baby cakes. First up in our top 20, as chosen by you. Thank you so much for joining and doing this. This is from Earthbound. Pokey Means Business. What a banger. So it's interesting because it starts off and it actually sounds like it is an NES game. It sounds like you could play all those pieces right from the NES. You could. Which is strange as I'm listening to this and I think, oh, okay, you're on a Super Nintendo. And then I guess it transitions to maybe, I don't know, maybe you're fighting this boss and they go into the next level or something and they bring in not just all the Super Nintendo sounds, but hardcore guitar and like hardcore rhythms too, where it's all over the place, really technical, demanding stuff to play. Pretty cool. Earthbound had a lot of crazy ideas back then. I've never played it. I've watched some videos about it. It seems like the amount of stuff that it does is pretty insane. And Undertale obviously owes 82% of it, and maybe 100% of the inspiration to Earthbound. Great pick to start off the show. 1994. I think it really encompasses everything that was going on in 1994. We were hearing stuff on the NES, and in the Game Boy, and the Super Nintendo. Perfect choice. Our next pick is a PC game. This is from Warcraft, Orcs and Humans, the complete Warcraft soundtrack. Anyways, this track is Orc Theme number 2. Definitely a very militaristic builder. It definitely sounds like, with that long intro and that pulsing, really low, dark drums, it almost sounds like something so big is coming. Something so big that it needs this long of an intro for you to really see all of it. Like the beginning of Star Wars A New Hope, when the Star Destroyer comes out and it just keeps going and going and going. Prince, you think it sounds like a theme meant for goofy enemies trying to be really serious and menacing, but are just missing the mark. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, the Sound Blaster horns are so goofy. Meep, 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 meep. They sound like little robots or Muppets trying to make trumpet sounds with their mouths. Really low and deep and like plodding and wow. So when this would be, to me this sounds like something you'd hear more on like a cutscene as opposed to battling the orcs. Just because of the way it changes so often. Interesting. Warcraft. Our second Final Fantasy VI track of the day, and it won't be our last. This one is Decisive Battle. Crank it up. One day it'll get a remake. Oh my gosh. Don't be careful what you wish for. As a Final Fantasy VII fan that got a remake that wasn't exactly what I wanted. What a great track. I love how it starts off. It's very tense. There's a lot of beats. There's a lot of sort of like starts and stops. And some like really interesting use of the drums where the kick and the snare comes in. And then the drums are never straight until this part, which is more like heroic. So the first part of the battle track gets you thinking something big is approaching, sets the tone. Maybe your characters are scared and worried. Amazing use of that organ. The organ sounds so good. And then it busts into that straight drum beat. The drums just kind of like let loose and are something more recognizable and heroic and galloping along. Oh, amazing. And just that nice little bit of synth in the background too to give it a bit more like orchestral flair and lift some air. I mean, that organ is just shredding. Excellent. Guardian War for the 3DO. Probably played by about 11 people or so. Here it is. Let's see what the hell this sounds like. Whoa. So slow. That is a lot of guitar. That's like some Steve Vai Guitar Hero guitar. You would have like less intro, more of the chorus section. Yeah, the intro takes a long time to get going. It almost feels way too slow. Once the guitar riff comes in, it contextualizes the opening tempo a lot more, and it feels a lot less slow. More guitar solos in every video game. You would. Just all you want is every game to have Caius and guitar solos. It's interesting though. I like the guitar chords in the beginning. Yeah, the rhythm guitar chords actually the whole way through. If Lars Ulrich tried to play this drum beat, James Hetfield would not be happy. It's like, I'm just used to drums having like a drum beat, Lars. 1994. This is well past the date of the Guitar Hero. Nirvana's been around for long enough that I think by this point Kurt Cobain's dead. That they could live on the 3DO. Yeah, feels good. This nicely drawn image is from Mega Man X2. This is the X Hunter stage 1 and 2. So watery. Okay. Yeah, MIDI guitars. Back to the Super Nintendo sounds, but composed almost like an NES song. Sounds to you like you're up in the clouds, jumping on moving platforms while fighting enemies. Yeah, I'd imagine. I would assume that the X Hunters and the Mega Man stage is going to be pretty difficult, or maybe you're hunting different robots that can hunt you. Yeah, it's got cool breakdowns. I like that where every single note is a slide. Very short loop. Traditional Mega Man, about the length of an NES loop on Mega Man. Yes, this is a 1 hour extended video. So somebody is sitting here for just minutes and minutes. What would you be doing? It feels like you're doing something very precise and very intense. I'm going to organize my entire stamp collection. I'm going to put away all my puzzles. I'm going to replace all the laces in my shoes. They'll be so clean! It's time for a Prince pick. This one is from The Magic School Bus Explores the Human Body. Kidding around. That was pretty cool. That was a really, really nice groove. Excellent solo playing. Some really strange sounds kind of come in that, to me, sound out of key. But I think they are trying to establish a muddy sort of darkness unsettling underneath it. So they must be, I would assume they're exploring the colon right now. And they wanted to have maybe something that felt or sounded like big, brown, disgusting blobs coming by every once in a while. There it is. Big old ball of shit. Well, with our first Prince pick, that means we are at the top of our list as we bounce back and go down again. So we are doing back-to-back Prince picks. I don't know what the hell this is. Battle, Akira, Volume, SMT, If. You be the judge. Track kicks ass. That'd be a good Mega Man track or a Contra track. Could see Konami doing something like that. Just like a really nicely paced and simple rock drum beat. The bass is just pounding away. Someone again is shredding on the it sounds like they're playing guitar and a keyboard and using the Be interesting to hear this track remastered with some thicker bass and deeper bass. This theme only plays in a secret route that can only be accessed after beating the game once. Wow, so many people have never heard this, even if they've played the game. They really wasted their lives. Alright, One Must Fall, 2097. Fire Pit, composed by Kenny Chow. Hope you got your headphones on. We've heard a lot of guitars this week. I guess 1994 makes sense for that. And also the inclusion of the addition of being able to use CDs. So I think people are excited to record real guitars finally. This is nice. Like somebody had said, Chris, this is more what I was anticipating. I love Prince's description of futuristic aquarium. That's kind of a Streets of Rage vibe where it's that 90s kind of dance beat. Really nice kind of gooey synthy bass. Nice intermingling layers of rhythms. And that robot is going to end another robot's life. That's what they do in MMA right before the ref gets involved. He wins. Or she. or they. Again, I don't know what the hell this is. Music from Brandish 3, Spirit of Balcan. Oh, I see. This is a Rudy track from the Falcom. Composer Takahiro Tsunashima from the Falcom sound team. Give it a go. Yeah. Oh! No, don't end. Don't leave me. That track was great. You know, based on the cover looking very, very generic fantasy. You know, it's so generic where they just cover their faces. Put hair in front of their faces. Whatever. Oh my god, very confident, good for infiltration. Yeah, I like this as an infiltration track. Because it's got like a steady kind of pedaled bass. Pedal is when you're always alternating off that main note. So if you're going, you always come back to that one. Like Thunderstruck is a pedaled riff. Oh, and it's just got like so many cool musician-y breakdowns. And it's also got this kind of like slinky sound to it. It's got some swagger. Like it's action, but a swaggery action. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Wow. This is so good. I think it's my favorite one so far. And definitely my most surprising. I am surprised. Oh, break it down! Woo! Woohoo! It was 1994. Sega also had a CD console before the Sega. Actually, I think the Sega Saturn was probably being released maybe in Japan in 94, because the PlayStation was out late 94 in Japan. Anyways, this is from Sega CD. Shining Force CD, the evolution of the JRPG. This is track number 6, Headquarters Camp Screen. I say, a wonderful headquarters indeed. Oh, we shall set up camp here. Sounds like a mix of a healing center in your mom's house. I like that, Prince. Doesn't it sound like Mario? Something like Mario Galaxy? That sort of like dainty, plucked strings and a classical feel, really sort of whimsical, looking to the stars. Sounds like something that could be on the Wii. What was on the Sega CD? Alice in Wonderland from Kingdom Hearts? For sure. Very, very fucking quaint. Oh, this sounds like Mario 64's Castle theme. Wow. This is pretty impressive. I wonder if they also ripped off Castle Gardens for sure. I wonder if they ripped off something that we're not cluing in on that the Mario composers ripped off later, or if the Mario composers ripped off this. Who did this? Who did this? This is great. Great waiting music. The doctor will see you now. March your way in. Yeah, this is actually after you've been waiting and the wait is over. That was... bravo. Alright, from quaint, Nintendo-ish, medical mom's house, let's go to the arcades. Dark, seedy, the older kids are there. You've got some quarters. You step up to the big machine, the new fighting game in town. Forget about two-dimensional Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. This is 3Ds of Tekken, A Night in Chicago. Oh, God. Someone's shooting a laser beam into my head. Oh! It's a long time without a beat in a fighting game. That's another track that really shows off everything that was going on in 1994. 90s dance beats, lots of synthy stuff, those orchestra hits. Blam, 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 blam. Tons of key changes, tons of tonal changes all over the place. I can't believe there was about felt like a lifetime. It was probably only about 30 seconds of no beat in a fighting game. That's nice. I like the track. Yeah, why is there Jack, Yoshimitsu, King... maybe Julie. No, yeah, Julie in the back there. Kazuya, Law, Nina, Paul. But in fighting games, shouldn't they all be looking at each other fighting? What are they? It's like they're fighting somebody. It's like you could put Street Fighter on this side. They're all going to take on Street Fighter. And Street Fighter even doubted themselves and came out with Street Fighter X. I think it was 3-dimensional. Strange, wacky stuff. And from Tekken, we go to a new challenger. An old challenger. Super Street Fighter 2. This is the Cammy theme. Interesting. I like how once it kicks into the melody, it's very reminiscent of, say, like Ryu and Ken, like boom, 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 boom. They change a few notes, but it's pretty similar to like dun, 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 dun. Yeah, very optimistic, heroic. It's using that the Dorian scale where you play a minor scale, but you add the a major note in it. So it sort of sounds sad but heroic at the same time. And there's like nice beat change to make it floaty for a bit. I would assume this was done by composition and arrangement by Seun Nishigaki. So I guess they were trying to stay pretty close to what Yoko Shimomura had established and was doing. There's Cammy and her ridiculous thighs and her butt. So there it is. She's really showing it off. All the shapes. She's like, I'm a fetus! Flying fetus! Flying fetus attack! Breach baby coming out legs first. Butt attack. Way to go, Cammy. Oh, as that was loading in, I didn't see the color of her suit. I thought something terribly wonderful was about to happen. Terrible. Yeah, now I'm in. What's the next phase going to be? Oh, she's gone. Just like that. Wow. I believe that X-Men Children of the Atom was a 4-player beat-em-up. These were games that Capcom was making at the time. They would take a popular license. Could be The Simpsons. Could be X-Men. Ninja Turtles. Not Street Fighter, obviously. And they would just make it really colorful. Lots of characters to choose from. The X-Men games were fun because the characters felt quite different. They had different powers and stuff that would take your life as you use them. So just a way to get more quarters out of you. This is the Blackbird Theme of Storm. Wow, it's really nice. So, I was totally wrong about it being a 4-player smash 'em up, fight 'em up, beat 'em up. This was a really killer continuation of the Street Fighter series. These were one of my favorite games at the time, actually. The characters were so nicely drawn. Really big, just like gigantic, over-the-top special moves. Carried on what they were doing in Street Fighter Alpha. And then you would have the crossover X-Men versus Street Fighter. And then Marvel versus Capcom. You prefer music from X-Men versus Street Fighter? But we are doing 1994. Was X-Men versus Street Fighter the next year? This was a nice one. A little slower. I don't think it had the double jump or anything. But yeah, just like beautifully. And oh, it did have a double jump. Thank you, Omega Red. Beautifully drawn. Or Marvel Superheroes. Yes, that was that other one. They were really pumping them out then, weren't they? X-Men Chun-Li Atom. That was a nice one. Those bongos were quite nice, actually. They're probably kungas, actually. They were panned nicely. They really had a lot of space. And they sounded fantastic. So that was a really fun one. Children of the Atom. Cyclops wins. Our third and final Final Fantasy VI track of the day. This is Stragus or Strago. Remastered. That is a really nice, faithful remaster, rearrangement. This is from YouTube user SSCHAFI1. Shaffy1? Pretty cool. It's nice. It's really clean. I like the kind of cute little guitar they're using. It's almost like ukulele reggae. Drums are cool. I think they fit really, really nicely. Really nice. Very lovingly done. This is something I'd be quite happy if they did a remaster. Well, they are doing remasters of the Final Fantasy older ones. It's kind of a throwaway goofy piece, but here they got that jazzy reggae. Well, now we must hear it. Let's hear it. Strago theme. FF Sax. Where's Strago? Realm, Thera, Locke, Celeste. What the... Oh, maybe I didn't spell it right. Strago theme. There we go. Strago's theme. You know, I mean, it's a reggae track. They just probably didn't have enough room in the samples to, like, throw in full-on drums. Unless it comes in later. Yeah, I think it gives it a little more breath, a little more life. Great remaster. Live Alive. Or Live Evil. Pure Odio. Something sounds evil. Wow. Really, really nice. Just the pinnacle of what you could do for sound on the Super Nintendo. A game that didn't ever officially come to North America. 3 different parts to this piece running simultaneously. Yeah, it's very beautiful. A lot of great arpeggios, a lot of hard-hitting stuff. Just like having a lot of fun being an SNES JRPG track. With a real kind of urgency. I like that pedal bass with the kind of bebop, 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 little bloop loops up top. It's a nice counterpoint to the bass. Really nice. Yeah. This was one of Hideo Kojima's very first games. A visual novel where you see static screens and you ask a lot of questions. You play a very Blade Runner-inspired detective who is searching for androids that can imitate humans perfectly. And you hunt them down and kill them. The Sega CD version was great because it had lots of voiceover audio, great music. This is One Night in Neo Kobe City. Whoa! What I like with this track is that they're trying to explore what could music sound like in the future. And it would probably be an amalgamation of a lot of things we know. So you have, I mean, when this game was made, the synth keys and the saxophone and the drums kind of fit into that, but they're going for this kind of like elegant sound. I mean, Kobe City is probably a really glitzy, glamorous place. And then when they toss in those sort of like breakbeat R&B samples, that was a really nice idea. I mean, that kind of music was around, but you wouldn't have had it in a song like this. So they're making the prediction that in the future you'd see different kinds of amalgamation in music. You know, sort of like electro swing or lo-fi old jazz. This is hilarious. It's a little like happier and sexier than you'd expect, but it's real nice. The song was made exclusive for an album, and they used it for the Sega CD in the intro. Oh God! Hopefully this is exclusive to the game. If it's somebody else's track, then we're gonna have some problems here, buddy. No, we've been shut. Well, look who we have here. Impossible Mission 2025 Special Edition Level 1 for Microprose, makers of one of my favorite games, Masters of Orion. I don't know what the hell this is going to sound like. Ooh. Yeah. Give it to me now. I'll take it. With bread. 2, please. Yeah. Subscribe. And there is the loop. Boom. Really nice. We can sound go back and forth in the headphones, different sounds. Nice. And the bass is on the left. Oh, I have it on my right side. The synth bass. Maybe my ears are backwards. Really nice track. Again, more pedal bass. And they're using these, a lot of orchestra hits. I think that those kind of keyboards were, yeah, those kind of keyboards at the time were really popular. So sometimes you get this sound, you get this feeling that the composer is making the track and then they're just kind of like cycling through and they're going, oh, how about this sound? Bow, 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 bow. Lots of synth bass. Really nice. Yeah, I could play a strategy game to this. It's not, like, it's got an urgency to it, but it's not an uncomfortable urgency. And then these Streets of Rage sort of early 90s pop dance, those chords there. Wait, whoa, wait. Whoa. This game had side-scrolling. It had top-down ship fighting. You were hacking something. This game is really trying to be quite a bit. Maybe it's just... In the 90s, they were still making these mascot games, side-scrolling. I remember seeing a lot of ads for this, because I read a lot of video game magazines at the time. He was very green. He was a rabbit. He kind of had attitude. His ears were flopped forward like bangs or like long hair. And a red bandana. He was Jazz the Jackrabbit, or maybe Jazzy Jackrabbit. Tubeelectric is the name of this. And I started it a little later because it gets pretty crazy. And in 18 seconds from when it starts, there's a crazy, crazy drop. Listen, won't you? Again, more music that sounds like you could be infiltrating. There was sort of this kind of like sneaky, kind of classy, swanky, spy music-y, sort of futuristic sound they were going for then. And then it just ends, yeah. Not a great loop on this. I mean, maybe it does loop well. We don't know. I don't have it looping. This is made by the company that is now mostly known for the bad PC storefront. And Fortnite. Who thought that these guys who made the Green Rabbit... Apparently, the people in the comments love this game. And it does have 140,000 views. Whoa, this was uploaded in 2008? It's a pretty good YouTube video for 2008. At 240p. Toaster and blaster is what he's using. Cool. We gotta hear the part right here. Our penultimate track of the day, music from The Legend of Heroes 3, the track called Another Tale of Heroes. Oh! Bravo, that was really, really, really nice. Toughen up the melody and played in a road rash game? That's awesome. That's a great idea. It's very wholesome. Yeah, I can see it as a credits theme because it seems like it's very happy and optimistic, but there's some like minor notes they hit too, which makes it feel like you're sort of, we're done. There were some hard times, but we're all here. Remember when you made me that cake and made such a mess? You had cake all over your face. I wish you didn't get shot that day. Oh well. Life moves on. And we've got new friends now. A wonderful track. I really like this. It was probably my first or second favorite compared to the one from earlier on that really took me by surprise. Which actually might have been another Falcom Team one. Oh my god, I'm becoming a Falcom Team fan. Rudy just got wet. Our last track of the week for the YouTube watching audience. If you're on the stream, we're going to listen to a few more and pick next week's episode. If you want to participate, join our Discord. If the link in the description doesn't work, leave a comment and I'll provide you with one. This is from Mega Man X2, Bubble Crab, Dangerous Reef Stage Theme.